Creek. Welcome, friends, to another edition of Hobby Hangout with the Monopoly Man.
Hola, it is I, the Monopoly Man.
It is, yeah. Ah. It is...
Yeah,
we need a good reveal. What?
It is I.
It is you. How you been, Carson?
Been doing okay, you know.
Right on.
Been doing okay.
Busy.
How about yourself? Yeah, just busy.
Same, yeah, exactly. You know, channel stuff, but mostly not. Mostly just like IRL, you know, stuff. What up, Ludivicus? I don't know. That was a bit of a, yeah. Once again, your name does not go off without a hitch.
I think we got a Leviticus. How could it not be that?
Well,
Leviticus.
that's what I say, but he does make fun of me sometimes for like how.
Maybe it's because you're so apprehensive about the way that you pronounce it.
Well, it
if
has...
like if someone came up to you and it's like, Rob, is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that right? You're like, yes.
You think that hasn't happened before, but it totally has. Yeah, no, like Ludivicus is how I try to say it, but it's got a little bit of like a glottal stop in there, so I do struggle sometimes. Maybe that's what he's making fun of me for.
Like my brain wants me to say Leviticus. That rolls off the tongue much more cleanly.
It absolutely does.
But Leviticus that's how it's spelled.
Yep.
That's what the man wants to be called.
Change your name. Do it right now.
Change it right now. We're waiting.
I don't know what either means, though, to be honest. I'm assuming it's like a... Actually, maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe it's just like... Anyway. This is... Wow. Oh, low.
Lodivicus.
Vicus. Lodivi... Lodivicus. Lodivicus. Okay. I promise nothing. I'm already bad with names. It is my kryptonite, but...
I think the only thing we got wrong was the V part
the
of
V,
it.
The V, yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man.
Well, that's over with.
Yeah. I'm glad I am glad we got to the bottom of that mystery. But, yeah, so not a lot of news. A couple of interesting things, but we thought we would just kind of do a fun little hobby hangout. It'll be a little bit shorter than usual, but everyone's probably glad for that. We don't have as much time to go off into these tributaries as we normally do.
What a shame.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone...
Tributaries I doth love.
I mean, who doesn't? You know? Who doesn't? I can't even... Ludivicus.
Ludivicus. It sounds like a Harry Potter spell now.
I know.
Ludivicus.
Yeah. It makes you mispronounce things.
I know. If Ludivicus was a Harry Potter spell, what do you think it would do?
I think it would make you mispronounce things.
Think so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Ludivicus.
Yeah. Lodivicus. Dang it.
There you go. Yep.
What is going on? Okay.
Anyway, Rumor Engine.
Yeah.
I saw this one earlier today, so I've had some time to kind of like...
I did. I sent it to you.
You did send it to me, but I saw it before that even.
Oh,
so you're
did you?
Special.
What?
Yeah.
I think it's the first time I've ever sent it to you, and you actually looked at it. Oh, man. That sounds like an awesome spell.
It's a great spell.
Says,
unless it's like the worst kind of alcohol, like a really bad cherry schnapps or something.
Yeah.
Lodivicus. Oh God.
Oh God. Yeah, that's if you don't like pronounce it right. You know, if you say Ludivicus,
right.
Then you get cherry schnapps and Zambuca. Yeah, I don't like it either. Anyway, good Lord. Okay, I already told you what I kind of like my initial guess. Actually, I had two. We didn't get into it. We were joking around before the stream started about the whole thing as well. So my initial thought was Cruel Boys. But because they have these, the vulture. There's a unit of vultures, that like accompany Gobsprak, and so everyone thought we were gonna get like a unit of like mini vultures or something like that, because KB have no cavalry of any kind. So we never got that. So I was thinking, like, what if it's because they use their own, like, they seem to use their own bits and bobs to like make stuff out of. So I was thinking maybe it's like a big hammer on someone riding that, or like maybe like the troll, like there's another troll unit coming to Cruel Boys and like they're holding a hammer like that. But then I thought it reminds me of the hammer from Sons of Behemat, the beast, whatever, the monster killer guy. It looks like a big stone in like one of those vultures, skulls or whatever. But I don't know, like it looks like it's a hammer of some kind, and so yeah, that maybe. Actually, I won't say any more. Those were my initial thoughts. Before I step on your toes.
So I think it's Lumineth. No, I'm just kidding. It's...
that would be. Oh my god! How awesome would that be if you were right?
Yeah. Okay, so we can at least say that this is destruction, right?
Yes.
Like we can pretty much agree that this is something destruction.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's ogres because there tends to not be like an emphasis on like skulls or anything like that when it comes to ogres, and also I don't know, like I also feel like we just recently had the rumor engine that like definitely is ogres with that hammer.
Yep.
And I don't think that we would see two probably. So that's my reasoning for eliminating ogres. I don't think it's Iron Jaws either, or like greenskins basically. And I kind of support your theory of Sons of Behemoth and Ludovicus's theory as well, where like that skull is not, it's clearly not a small animal, right?
No.
And it's also not a vulture because it has teeth, like it has canine teeth, right?
Right, but I have
so
to
it's
go
going to be
I have to go
like
get
something big.
Right. Well, I think I don't know now. Actually, I can't tell you for sure whether Gobsprak's vulture has teeth or not. That's crazy. But it's a bird, right?
It might be.
Maybe not.
It could be a bird. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but
that's true.
You can also kind of gauge the size of what this is based on the nail that's in the top left.
That's true. And
I didn't. Go ahead. Sorry,
I didn't notice Lodivicus's comment until now. A new baby-sized Gargant for Sons of Behemoth. That is probably right in the zone, actually. Like based on the nail, as you just said. That's a great call.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. On the Mega Boss on foot is what you're talking about, right? Here, let me see if I can. Okay. Man, whatever. it always pops me onto Nurgle when I go to the Games Workshop website for some reason. Mega Boss. Huh? Yeah, that's not. It's similar. Okay, I'll put it up on the stream here. Boop. Wait, did that work? Boop. There we go. Can you guys see that? Yeah, looks like you can see it. So I'm gonna get the other one. Now, what I was gonna say about, see, that one looks like, I mean, that thing looks rad. First of all, the reason I thought it was a bird though was because it had like that rounded back to it. It kind of gave me that vulture-y sort of feel to it, whereas these things sort of have that pointed look to them. I mean, that thing's badass. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. It kind of reminds me of a horse's jaw, to be honest, a little bit. Obviously not as pointed teeth, but
yeah, similar to the ogre like exclusion that I made earlier. I don't think this is going to be Iron Jaws either, just because we already know that there's an Iron Jaws mounted hero incoming, right?
For sure.
So,
I mean, it's possible though. Like when Sylvaneth got their new thing, we saw like, a few kits. So We could see more than one, but I think everyone who's getting something is probably just getting one. But maybe if they're getting a new book. What up, Keith? Welcome. We're just talking about the rumor engine. I'll put it back to that. Yeah. Okay. Actually, here, 1 second. Let me look up the Gobsprax thing, because I think or is it the? 1 second. Corpse. Vulture. Okay. It does not have teeth. Okay. It does not have teeth. Oop. So there goes my theory a little bit in terms of any kind of Cruel Boy related thing. They have a lot of that like Destruction-esque nail with straps and stuff like that all over the place. So interesting. I mean, it makes sense that there's no more Cruel Boys when, like they're the 3rd edition poster child. So going into the Skull Club for sure. Yeah. So I think the best theory, my backup was Sons of Behemat was my second reaction, where I ultimately landed. Whoops, went on to the next thing. But I think Lodivicus said probably hit the nail on the head with a hammer. And then he said it was probably Sons of Behemat, like new baby Gargant, because that kit is old and it needs a new kit, frankly. So, especially if it has like a lot of variety. Right? What's that?
The Elgazler Gargant?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. It's pretty old, man.
Yeah. Even if it isn't that, I could see it just being like a one-off hero or some model or something. But what's interesting is that regardless of what faction it ends up being, as long as it isn't one that we've already seen, like that's 4 new destruction models, or like 4 armies are getting new destruction models, which is kind of crazy.
And there's 4 destruction armies, right?
Depends on how you split Greenskins, I guess.
Auric War Clans is a book, so I was just thinking
that's fair.
Them.
Yes, yeah. Then yeah.
Auric War Clans, Gloomspite Gits, Sons of Behemat, Ogres. I think that's it. Yeah.
And each of them is getting a new model, essentially. If this is actually Sons of Behemat.
We know Gits is getting a new model. We're like, what do you think the percentage is? Because you know Ogres better than I do.
I think it's almost guaranteed that Ogres is getting one, because that hammer is like, there's nothing else it could be. Unless, even then, actually, we've seen the Cities of Sigmar, like the Ogre that was there, and it's like souped up in Cities of Sigmar-esque armor and stuff like that. It's not using Ogre weapons.
Totally. So I've got it in the chamber too. I've got that model ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we know that Ironjaws and Gits are both getting one for sure. Like we've seen the models at this point.
Right.
That Ogre one is upcoming.
Yep.
And then we've got this one now. So that's like all of them.
It's exciting, regardless, just because like if you just look at the fact that sorry, I was reading Keith's comment while I'm talking. Destruction and Death in particular only have like 4 armies each. Even if you just look at it from like that perspective, it's like it's clear that those 2 factions get the least amount of love out of the 4. Order getting the most, obviously, and then Chaos, and then the rest. It's just kind of like almost leftover. And I mean, it's they're concentrated, but yeah, I'm hoping that we see kind of some love for Destruction is like a faction, for lack of a better sort of word or whatever, that I've kind of been falling in love with more and more as I go along. Like, especially like Cruel Boys, I really like playing them. I really do enjoy them. But man, Gits are so much fun to play, and I just love the model so much. Like, it's always the Destruction army I wanted to play, but yeah, I mean, I've probably told that story a few times, but selling them and getting them back again and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, I just kind of want to see more. I'm looking forward to that. We know we're getting a new Gits model for sure. Like, that's already announced, and that's coming out relatively soon, like probably around the new GHB, whenever that is. Once we get over this 40K hump of a brand new edition.
Speaking of which, the GHB is essentially pushed back until at least July 8th, right?
Yes.
So
So
maybe zero chance that the U.S. Open is going to be using those rules.
Right. There's no. Right. Which is, I'm sure you're relieved, right?
I wish that it would have been either like well before or after, essentially, right? Yeah. Like I would have been totally fine if it was like a month before there's a new GHB, and then we have plenty of time to like hash out lists and try new things. But
totally.
Don't rug pull, please. That would suck.
Yeah, that would be way too far. I'm not a tournament player, but I play one on TV. So
there's also the unfortunate outcome too, where like if this does come out either just after or just before this tournament is effectively like, no one cares about that one. It was with the old GHB. So
it happened at LVO, and I felt that's bad, rough. Because Dale was like, oh yeah, and he's all hyped, and it's a huge tournament. It's like the biggest Age of Sigmar tournament that has ever happened, literally, right? And Dale was phrasing it well and saying it's a cool bow tie at the end of the season, and that's totally true. I guess part of the problem with that was it was bounty hunters on top, you know what I mean, and everyone just wanted to see the back of that season. But yeah, I wonder if GW purposely releases stuff at the least opportune times just to see what the community will do, like we're rats in some kind of experiment that they're doing. yeah they do clearly like Zeech. So, as do I.
Just as planned.
Just as planned. So yeah, I mean, there's a few different ideas that it could be. I think I'm gonna steal and also say, stick with my own thing of Sons of Behemoth, but a baby crusher. That sounded bad.
Well, maybe not. Yeah,
yes,
don't.
A small.
Not that.
What are they called? Man crushers?
It's like Ale Guzzler Gargant, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Or I guess Man Crusher in the Behemoth book. Yeah.
Mini Gargant. That's safer. Cool. So then I also just wanted to bring up that they're just kind of talking about some of these, cool audiobooks to listen to while you paint. I just did
boring reading. That's lame.
You don't have to read. You can just listen.
Yeah, but then I know I'm listening to someone who's reading, which is even nerdier.
Yeah. Then how do you even watch Man Reads Book?
I can't.
Yeah, on principle.
Yeah.
Jerk with his fancy reading ways. Yeah. Oh dear. Baby crush do. Yeah. That's so what was I gonna say? Dang it. Well, yeah, I just finished doing that review on Darius Hinks's Go Trick novel. Highly recommend it. But I've heard really good things about the Hollow King. Since then, I put it up on Facebook, and a bunch of people were also recommending books that they thought were the best place. And I think that they didn't watch the video because I kind of give reasons why, and it's no, this one thing for this one faction is it's such a good book, but people have their biases and stuff like that, and it's not my favorite novel. That wasn't my point. The Ghoul Slayer is definitely not my favorite novel. In fact, it's my least favorite novel among the 3 Go Trick novels written by Darius Hinks. I just think it's the best starting place for people who are new to the genre or new to AOS novels and such. But yeah, trust the Ogre Guy to diss reading. Well, we can't pronounce your name. What do you want from us? Books don't taste very good. God dang. Carson, one of the smartest guys I know, is getting dissed. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I just thought I'd pump it. Guy Haley is a great author as well. And I might do a review on one of his. Needs more ketchup. Indeed. Books do taste better with ketchup than with nothing. And then, last but not least, this... What do I call this? Hilarious model came out. I'm not dissing it at all. I think this is hilarious and I love it. It's both stupid and incredibly intelligent. And it's, I don't know, laissez-faire attitude towards anything kind of practical. It's so ridiculous.
It's very silly. There's like a machine gun crow's nest on top of an ogre.
Yeah. At first, see, no, GW officially sucks at taking pictures of models. This is not the right position to put this model in for it to look good in any way, shape, or form. Like, first of all, it looks like it's coming out of his freaking hat. If you're not looking at it on like a big screen, you think this is coming out of his head. What were you thinking? Turn it left, turn it right. I don't care. Also, you can't see the whatever, the machine gun, steampunk machine gun thing very well at all. It looks like it's part of his arm. It looks like his arm, exactly. Yeah. Like I looked at this on my phone and I was just like, what the hell is going on? And I had to luckily my phone's high res, so if I zoom in, you know what I mean? I pinch it out and make it bigger, then it became more clear. But anyway, the model is freaking amazing though, right? Like, what were your thoughts, man?
I really like the aesthetic that they're sticking to for Cities of Sigmar, and I really like that everything looks super cohesive. Like, everything fits together super well. It's also all of the silhouettes are pretty unique as well. Like, they kind of got this blocky but still medieval.
Yeah, this is about as unique as it gets.
That's fair, yeah. But the nice thing is that, and what I've always appreciated about Age of Sigmar is that you can look army to army and be like, okay, that's that army clearly. Like, yeah. I can't confuse one army for another, and they're very much so sticking to that with this army for sure. So it's not just like humans. It's like they have their own distinct style,
or not just power armor. Like,
yeah,
you're absolutely right, and I couldn't agree more. And I like, so there actually here first I'll just get through the one thing that I don't appreciate about it as much as the other things I appreciated about it. Okay. I believe, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll own it, right? But it looks like he's got skulls inside of his mace, like metal skulls. In the upper portion of it, in between those two things. I can't tell for sure. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong because it's not as big as I would like even here. But it's just come on, man. There's so many skulls in everything. I could be wrong. I can't tell that they're skulls. I'm not saying that they are skulls. I'm just saying it that's what it looks like. I don't know what they are if they're not skulls. And if they are skulls, it's come on, guys. There's so many skulls in everything you do. It doesn't need to be in everything. Okay? But
so you're talking about the mace that the ogre is holding?
Yeah, yeah.
It just looks like there's spikes inside of there, to be honest. I've zoomed super closely in on my computer.
I can't tell because I have to keep things, because I've got OBR or I've got Streamlabs up and whatever. I hope you're right. If it's spikes, that is awesome. I love spikes. Everyone likes spikes. Spikes never go out of style. But skulls, I painted that Realm of Battle board and there was so many skulls on there. I think there's thousands of skulls. It just, anyway, other than that though, one of the things that I wanted to highlight is I love how his shield looks like the top of a castle. You know what I mean? What are they called? The parapets?
Parapets?
Yeah. I can't remember. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but the top of the castle with the the blocky things.
Google says yes. Parapets.
Yes. I've read that word so many times, but I was like, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. He runs Bartertown. The Book Eater model. Yeah. I wish they had shown it next to a model that we knew the size of. How tall is that thing? It's gonna be tall. I'm going to say that that's a 50 millimeter base, if that helps. I bet you that's a 50 millimeter base.
I think that makes sense. It's also interesting the proportions that they gave this ogre. It does not look like a ogre Motribes ogre. It just looks like a different, a different race. Honestly.
It's an Ogren, I think, right? It's AOS Ogren. If I had to guess, that, it looks like the old Ogren, to me. Not.
It says second generation city ogre. That's what they call it.
Oh, crazy. Okay, cool. Hey.
So I'm guessing that there was some
I hope none of you are eating. For what Carson just insinuating.
Because it has more human proportions, right? Like it's not a
yes, for
cinnamon
sure.
bun.
This is like a Neanderthal version. Neander ogre. Okay, I kind of want the guy in the crow's nest to be shouting down at the ogre and pointing like, no, you don't. I say go that way. Yeah, that checks out. What if he's like a commander of sorts? Like maybe he's like a sub-commander? Although he's right in line to be shot. Although he's got his little box. I don't know. I run bottom down. The ogre has been...
He's a Fusel major, so I would assume he's a character of some kind.
Right. Yeah. So I don't want to scroll up and go away to read the text. Or I guess I should have, but like a Fusel major, so maybe he's like the Lord Ordinator kind of deal where he's like...
Yeah.
You know? Coordinating.
It's Fusel major on Ogre Warhulk, so that implies there's...
Oh, I did not read that, the name of that. That is so sick. A Warhulk. Oh, damn. Are you in like Flynn or what? This is looking like it might be your Order army, right?
It is, but not for a little while, probably.
Get to painting, Carson. What are you even doing? Got material for the base of his crown this week. Nice. Oh my gosh, that's awesome, Robin. That's cool. I was leaning toward it being 60, 80 mil myself, so maybe it's smaller than I thought. Well, I mean, the new Croxagore, which are absolutely gigantic, are on 50s, hey? So, I mean, I was thinking about that too, and it wasn't because of the ogre. It was because I was trying to compare the size of the man. It could be 60. It could be 60. I don't think it's an 80, though. But I could see a 60. Because, but no, trolls are on 50s too. I'm going to stick with 50 though. Hodor for sure. Yeah. You need to put like a doorknob on his shield. Like you could convert that so it looks like he's broken an actual door off. Its hinge. That'd be kind of cool. That's Bran up top. No, because he's standing up. Ha ha! Sorry.
Did you read the rules for this guy as well?
Did they give rules?
They gave a little bit of rules, yeah. If you scroll down, I assume you're in the Warcom article, right?
I am. Okay, I guess I'll scroll down. You guys have all seen it. Love this model. It's super cool. And he's too old to be Bran. I want him to be Bran as well. Bran from the book, though, not from the show. Second generation cities ogres are known for their remarkable ability to keep their stomachs under control for hours at a time, but nevertheless make for unpredictable steeds. How would you like a tiny boss who clambers up on your shoulders just to bark orders? That's so cool. Longer lasting Warhulk pairings. Oh man, such as... Okay, sorry. Pairings tend to rely on the bond beyond that of rank and command, such as life, debt, or a lost debt. Those without such a relationship must resort to cruder means, pairing simple commands with tasty strips of meat dropped from above. I need like a fishing pole one with like some jerky on the end, or bacon. A suitably motivated ogre will mostly tolerate their irritating burden and instead focus on happily pulverizing anything that looks at them funny with their Warhulk mace. See, okay, do they have to call it like Warhulk mace, Warhulk, like... Anyway, whatever. That's
gotta have a name.
I know.
Can't just be a mace.
Can't just be a mace. Just war mace. Anyway.
Okay. It's I, Carson, with my Carson hammer.
I need a war mace too. Okay. Fortified position at the start of the battle. This unit is in a fortified position. In addition, at the end of the movement phase, if this unit is both remains stationary and was not set up in that phase, it can establish a fortified position. Once this unit is in a fortified position, it remains so until it moves or is removed from the battlefield. Good lord. While this unit is in a fortified position, finally, you can ignore negative modifiers to save rolls for attacks made with missile weapons. What the crap? That's insane. That is insane. Negative modifiers. So this thing, actually, you know what? It's probably on a 4-up then. If it's on a 3-up, then bugger. That is insane. That is.
It is also only missile weapons, though.
No, I know.
That's the important distinction.
No, I know. But then if it's got other crap going on, like remember the Cruel Gas Cruciator? Like if you don't have a shooting army, you know what I mean? It's like, oh dear. I need a real drink. That's wild. I bet you it's on a 4-up. I bet you it's on a 4-up because 3-up just goes so easily to 2-up then, and then 2-up invuln. Wild. Love it.
I don't know. It looks like it should be a 3-up based on the armor that he has and the massive shield.
It does.
But I understand where you're coming from, though. Yeah.
I agree. But my counter argument is trolls and Croxagors. Both of them. They both look.
Well, they don't have any armor whatsoever. Like I know that they have scales and stuff.
They've got like crazy thick scales. Like the regular Croxagors. Bruh. I mean, and trolls. I don't know. I mean, there are other examples, for sure, but that's right up top. So stoked for playing humans again. The only thing that may stop me is they fumble the steam tank redesign. I kind of like the old one though, Keith. I don't know about you. The duder up top would be roughly Warcry scale, so likely 32mm base for the bottom of the crow's nest. The base of this model is like double the width-ish, so 60mm. Okay. I kind of hope it's 60mm. Like I think it deserves 60mm, but I also think that the Croxagors probably do too, and maybe the trolls. So, what up, Bahamut? Thanks for joining us, man. We're just talking about. Okay, is there any other rules I missed? Okay, I don't see any. We're just talking about this magnificent beast. Whew! I love it. I do wish I guess my only real complaint, and I'm just going to assume you're correct, and that those are spikes and not skulls, as they still appear to be. Man, I just wish they would taken the picture at a different angle. You know?
I agree with that. Yeah. But what angle could it be? I wonder, where they could still show enough, because clearly they wanted to show the shield, right?
They wanted to show the shield, but if you just change it like 15 degrees, you'll still even see that it's got that parapet kind of style top to it, and you'll see that stupid pole doesn't come out of his head. Or you turn it 15 degrees the other way, clockwise, and it's even better for that. Yeah, that's what I would do. Maybe even more. Just so...
Or maybe they just should have included multiple pictures. Different angles.
I mean, if we're only going to take one picture out of... Like, honestly, though, like, that is the... No, actually, I'm going to walk that back. There are two things that I can think of that GW consistently do poorly. One is programming their apps and any kind of digital resource that they have. The second thing that actually matters a lot less is taking pictures of models. Because, god dang, like, yeah.
I do quite like the color scheme they've chosen for Cities of Sigmar, though. Like that kind of red and cream.
Totally.
It looks really good.
Absolutely. I wonder, I think it's, and I could be wrong here, but it's maybe supposed to kind of evoke that sort of old English kind of feel, like red and white, you know, is the English flag, right? And then, you know, coupling that with that sort of crossy kind of thing. You know, they don't want it to be too on the nose, but it's got a very, I don't know, like.
I was almost thinking like Austro-Hungarian Empire. Like
kind
of, because it's kind of got yellow in there as well, right?
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna look that up. Boop. Did I just mess it up? No, I didn't. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you mean like both in there? Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see that. There's quite a few different, you're talking about the flag specifically. Because the uniforms...
The flag, yeah, and also... Go ahead, sorry.
Well, it looks like the uniforms were like mostly like a steel blue.
Yes, yeah.
And maybe some traditional army greens, but
like the type of armor that you see here is definitely kind of Western European,
for sure.
Almost like French or Germanic or something.
I could see Germanic. Yeah, I could see any of it. I do like. I forget who. Oh, was it Keith? One second. I lost it. Someone talked about the collar. Keith. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, I think that's really really cool. It would have been cool if he had like some kind of back flange or something. I don't know. Unless he has like some kind of crazy rule where you can backstab him and do double damage or something stupid. But actually, he's got the pole there. He doesn't need it. He's got a pole, you know.
It's true. The only thing I wonder is that he's got a chainmail skirt on, and he's clearly very tall. So if a goblin like sneaks under him and just
yeah, that's what stabbers are best at. Yeah, all their spears are vertical anyway. Oh dear, he's gonna get a late in life circumcision. They are going to do a 360-degree view at some point anyways. Just do it now and capitalize on the hype. Couldn't agree more. They don't seem to do that though, do they? Like, we'll either get like two pictures, one where it's like the model, the one crappy picture that they generally take, and then there's like a couple of zoomed in shots, or they just do the one. But I couldn't agree more. I mean, they likely already have this. They already have it. And actually, the one thing I wanted to mention about this too that I didn't earlier was, do you see like the sort of like pseudo oaths of moment that are on the box?
Pseudo what? Sorry.
On there's like pseudo oaths of moment, like Space Marine oaths of moment with like the wax,
right.
With the ribbon hanging down. It's like they're trying to. It seems like maybe that's a similar idea. I'm not sure though, but it looks like there's supposed to be writing on there, right?
Yeah, it does for sure. And they're not. It's not like wax seals either, because like the top of it is.
It's got a nail.
Like it's still paper.
Yeah,
it is nailed. Okay.
I think there's a nail in the middle. It's hard to tell at this, distance, but yeah, the lantern. But yeah, like I don't know. That's just what I thought of. But like the writing looks like Braille, at least for me. So it's kind of funny in that way that it doesn't look. I mean, I don't know how small someone could possibly write on there, but they generally do a better job than I do.
Yeah.
Purity seals. Is that what it was? Wait, what's the the moment?
I think so, yeah. I don't
purity
know what
seals.
You're
right. I'm just conflating the two. I'm sorry. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. I find it interesting though that they literally gave the dude on top a machine gun. Like it's belt fed and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so rad.
Like, I would love to be at the pitch meeting where this model was originally like debuted. Essentially, they're like, okay, guys, hear me out. All right, we all like ogres. All right,
yeah.
We all like Cities of Sigmar. Super cool. Hear me out. All right, machine gun crow's nest on an ogre. My God.
What if we combine the two? Yeah. Oh man.
He's also a lantern. Like you can see like a little peg of wood sticking out with a lantern hanging down.
It's so cool. That's so you can see what you're shooting at, Carson.
Of course.
It's a safety feature.
And to be a giant beacon across the battlefield.
Yeah, it also highlights him from below. Yeah. Oh dear. Replace
or maybe the ogre just needs a backlight everywhere he goes because he's very self-conscious. So gotta have good lighting, okay?
Silhouette me or don't like me at all. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and another thing that we didn't mention that I'm sure a lot of people noticed is the really awesome hammer and flames or stag antler symbol that looks like that might be the might be some kind of Cities of Sigmar logo, or maybe it's supposed to be like thorns, like branches, because that's probably what it is, because they're going out into the wilderness and conquering, right? Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. But that's a really cool logo. I love the hammer. I think it goes well with it. Yeah. And then there's like if you look at the crow's nest, there's like a $ symbol on the doors, and that's GW's not so subtle hint as what this model is going to cost.
Yep. How much do you think this is going to cost?
Okay, if it's on a 50 millimeter base, I'm going to say, and obviously we're talking Canadian dollars, so sorry everyone. I don't know what things cost in other countries. I'm going to say 35. Actually, I'm going to say 35 pounds. Great British pounds, or $70 Canadian.
I was going to say 75 Canadian. That's my guess.
I could see. I think it's going to be whatever the new Scar vet is, but I don't remember I don't remember which one he is. Did I close down my other window? Dang it, I did. Okay. Okay. I've given up. Scar vet. Man, I think we can all agree though. It's a dope model. I like the sort of filigree inside the shield bits, the wolf's head on his head, all that jazz. Oops. Okay. Oh, he is so the Scar vet is $70. That's what I thought. So, which is it's actually really expensive if you think about the fact that it's a model and the only things you can change on it are the head on the Scar vet himself. There's like 2 different full options, and then the non-helmeted head has mouth open, mouth closed, and war pick versus spear, and that's it. Like, you don't get much extra bits in there at all. So that's pretty crazy, I think, for all that. But I mean, that's one of my favorite models I've ever made, so I have no scruples when it comes to that. Replace the heads with Skaven heads and new Rat Ogre. I mean, let's just get some new Rat Ogres, right? We have to wait, though. Bahamut, we have to wait. It's coming in 4th edition. I can feel it in me bones, Annie. We have to wait. Rat Ogre weapon team? Oh my god, that'd be so sick. That'd be so awesome. Only he's got like 2 of them on like one of those beer hats. You know? Like the ammo goes out. It's totally a thankful wannabe. Hey, yeah, you know what? Yes, I agree. And I still love it. I don't care, you know? If you copy from the best, then you're just being smart. He's the rally point in case of emergencies. It's a hero that you probably only want one of, so likely $90 to $120 in Australian. Ugh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yikes.
First, whoa, cool shield. Yep. Second, wait, what is that? An Ogremar mailbox on his head?
Remember from WoW? It definitely is what it looks like, to be honest.
I didn't play WoW, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
I never played WoW.
So Ogremar is like the orc main city in
World
of Warcraft. And the mailboxes in town he's right, they look exactly like
that's amazing. That's amazing.
On top.
I only played the RTS games. I played all of them. Third, is that a little dude in the Ogremar mailbox on his head? Yeah. Oh, man.
And the little dude has a machine gun. Yeah.
And he does. Yep. Get away from my mail. You know?
It's a federal crime. Stop touching my mail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not asking.
Oh, dear. That's crazy. The Lord Regent is $90. Keith says. I don't know. Did I close on yet another? No, I didn't. Wait, or did I? No, I didn't. Haha. I'll have to look. Is that for L? Yeah, you said LRL. Okay. Lord. I want to know what it is now in Monopoly money, aka Canadian. It's 75 here. That's wild. Does that kid have a lot of options, Keith? I don't know LRL. I've only ever played against them. Doesn't look like it. Cool, Robin. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's just shenanigans tonight, sir. Yeah, tell me more. Lord Regent or okay, so at least it's a named character. I guess that's worth an extra $5. But GW also can sell more kits if there's two options, so I don't know. You know. Like when they're just a named character, they tend to mark them up a little bit more. Right? But because you only ever want one of them in your army. And I kind of get that, but anyway, whatever. I think this guy's awesome. I hope there is a named character version of this. Just I want to see more than one on the battlefield as much as is possible. But so
that would be pretty cool.
So why don't we? What do you think is coming for Cities of Sigmar? Like we've seen some very basic troops, right? And we've seen some like sub commander sort of looking things, right?
The horseback dudes as well.
Oh, right. I forgot about them. What were they carrying? What were their weapons?
I think they also had maces.
Right?
There's a Reddit post recently actually that covered like all of the reveals, and it was actually quite a bit of stuff.
Okay. So
I'll see if I can find it.
That would be awesome. What do you? Okay. Well, I'll say what I think. There's one thing that I definitely think is coming. Sorry, there's something in my eye apparently. It's 97. Oh, good lord, that's crazy. Okay, I'm being derailed again. The one thing that I think we will definitely see is new mages, like new, like colleges. What do they call them? Colleges of mages. Basically different sects, but like new different sects. So I think we'll see like realm-based mages, like Hishian and Olgulian. I don't know, Gurian, Gyranian. I don't know. I don't know how to say these words. Okay, I see that you messaged me. Boop. Okay.
And then the Chamon guy is just going to be Michael Jackson.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so this is safe to show, right? Okay.
Yeah, there is one non-safe picture, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but most of them are safe.
Bastardo. That's the problem with Reddit is it's like half screened. I can't get rid of this stupid.
If you can click on the image itself.
Oh yeah. And
then you can still click right on the arrows.
I clicked on the image, but it didn't make it any bigger.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah, see it's. Anyway. What is Thomas? Why is that coming up for me? Oh dear.
Maybe click on the title again.
On the title? Up here?
Yeah. Like if you click on... Oh, never mind. It's just text. All right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Well, anyway. So these are the troops. And then these are like the sub-commander duders. I like the guy, head in the box. I'm not sure what that's about. Close-up of presumably sub-commanders of some kind. And then, the horse guys, right? They're pretty cool. Right. Yeah, see, there's another unfortunate angle. I talked about this last time. But the angle on this person here, that's a terrible angle. Like, they could not have chosen a worse angle. Like, everyone who's ever taken a selfie before knows you hold the camera above your head. You don't take it from below. Come on, man. Come on. Extend your tripod a little bit. It's not that... Anyway, sorry. Okay. And then this guy is so freaking rad. And then both of these, awesome. Cavalry, and now this guy. Okay, so that's what we have. We've got cavalry, right? Infantry.
Well, one of those is a cavalry hero.
Right, that's true.
Yep.
I don't remember which one. I can go back.
I think it was second and third to last.
This one?
Takes a bit to update on my...
Right. Oh, here.
Yes.
So, okay. Sorry, guys. I missed some messages because we were going through that. Paying for the pretties. Yeah, I look forward to trying a Middenheim paint scheme. Oh, that sounds really cool, Keith. Show us in the Discord. The weirdest part for me about cities is we've yet to see any new model or Warcom article for that matter, which definitively tells cities players if it will remain a mix of human, dwarf, and elf. It seems like it, if for no other reason. Maybe you're right. I mean, I was just thinking with the Ogrins, but the Ogrins or ogres rather. I've been so locked into thinking of them as Ogren. You know what I mean? That's we haven't seen any hint of anything except for humans and pseudo ogres, right? So
yes.
So I don't think we will, but I think they'll keep some kits so you can mix and match. But I don't know. I do think that they plan on putting dwarves together in one big thing, and they're going to add some more dwarves. Like they're going to update them at some point, and it's just going to be like Duardin or something like that, right?
Yeah, what if it's like a Lumineth style situation where essentially they're just releasing different races from Cities of Sigmar? Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good idea.
So like the first wave is humans and then elves, dwarves.
That's actually a great idea. And then you could mix and match. Like you could later on build a Duardin army when they release that and use the Duardin from that faction. Right? That's a cool idea. I love it. Old people and technology. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, Beefy Crunch. Like you're not wrong entirely. But like I don't know what I could do to get rid of this sidebar thing. I haven't signed into Reddit. I do have a Reddit account, but
you should be able to just like control and scroll wheel to make it bigger to zoom in if you want.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can do that with my keyboard, but it. Oh, there, I went. I just needed to go 2 more for it to take over. Nice. Yeah, I usually just control plus, control minus on my keyboard. I didn't think that was going to work though. Normally. Nice. Okay. Sorry, I missed some other ones. What exactly is Dawnbringer Crusades? Is Cities of Sigmar rebranded, or is it just going to be a new faction you can take in Cities of Sigmar, or something else? That's a really great question. I don't think they've definitively said yet what it's going to be, but it looks like it's going to be, if I had to, like, for my own sake, make a guess, I would say it's probably going to be new Cities of Sigmar, and Cities of Sigmar isn't going to be a thing anymore. And then maybe like, but it's still like an idea. Like, so Dawnbringer Crusades is the faction, but there will be different cities of Sigmar that you can take, and you know what I mean? So I think rebranded is probably the best thing. Dawnbringer Crusades is the series of campaign books. That's true. That we do know that actually. Dawnbringer Crusades is a series of campaign books. So this could just be Cities of Sigmar. There was a theory Cities of Sigmar would get renamed, but that has been disproved. Oh shoot! I didn't know that's been disproved. Did you hear that, Carson? Okay. If you could point us to a thing from GW, Keith, that would be dope. So they aren't for a cities army; they're for some other campaign. They are for cities. The Dawnbringer Crusade is the big fluff focus for this part of AOS stories. These 4 Herald models are the campaign models. Right. So what he's referring to there are the models that are coming in those new boxes, which we don't know when those are coming, right? The next 4? Right, okay. It is called Cities? Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they said that on the roadmap.
Right. I didn't remember that, to be honest. Cities are not my bag, baby. Okay, apparently
you're a country boy. You know, townie.
City boy. Let's find. Okay, I've got too many tabs open now. I'm gonna close that one. I'm gonna close that one. I'm gonna open that one. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, roadmap.
According to Beefy Crunch, the book is titled Cities of Sigmar.
That does sound right, to be honest. I just did not remember it. Man, I hate it when websites don't date their stuff. Date your articles, people, and then I'll know. I mean, I guess that's a good reason not to. So, yep. Here it is. Found it. Boop. Boop. There we go. Can you all see that? There we go. So, Autumn Cities of Sigmar. So these models are for Cities of Sigmar. Officially, I guess. Maybe. Man. So the first Dawnbringer book is officially going to be the what's called the Nurgle Harbinger cover one, it looks like. And I assume that the other models that we're getting in there are also part of that, right? And then in autumn we're getting books 2 and 3, and then we're going to get, one of them's going to be heavily orc focused, it looks like. So you know what, I bet you were not getting a new Orc War Clans book. I bet you were just going to get, like, what was it called, Forbidden Realms, because like there was like they expanded Skaven and IDK in a way that was like better than the battle tomes we eventually got. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was more than enough. And it was, even though it was only a few pages, like that's all we really needed. It really refreshed things and made the books like way more interesting. Except the big piggies in book 2. Exactly. We know that, right? They basically told us when they stamped the Ironjawz logo on the front of that. But that's cool. Like, man, that pig is super exciting. Yeah, I'm super happy for all the IJ players out there. They're basically Realm Gate War style books. Realm Gate War. What was that again? Oh, the Realm Gate War, like, you mean like the early books? I don't remember those. The Realm Gate War is like the early novels of Age of Sigmar. Super early lore. I started reading some of them, but they were not my cup of tea. But yeah, I mean, they've done this before. They did Malign Portents, and then in AOS 1 going into AOS 2, they did Forgotten Realms, something like that. Forbidden Realms, I can't remember. Kragnos, Morathi, all those books. And they did the same thing with 40k. They did Psychic Awakening going into 9th. And I can't remember if they did something going into 10th. But yeah, that's basically what they're doing, right? What other models do you think are getting redone? Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of... I think we're going to get mostly new models. I don't think we're going to get a lot of redone models. I think we're going to get something Aiden Deepkin. I'm thinking it might be an Embaler, because they've talked about it. They've talked about them in the lore since before the book came out. I can't remember if it was before the book came out or not. I think it was just after we got a short story with an Embaler, and they've been featured in so many different stories that and the Embalers are, by the way, are the Isharan people who like tame the underwater beasts and stuff like that. So I think we might see one of those, and maybe we'll see, like, hopefully it's a bigger model, like maybe he's riding something cool, or she's riding like a crab, like a giant crab, or like a kraken or something cool. But because like we might get big models, like the pig is huge, right? It looks like there's all sizes. What else what would you like to see, Carson? What do you think we'll get?
I agree. I would like to see an Idna Deepkin thing, because after looking through the book, which is possibly spoilers for a future video,
yeah,
there's really not a lot of options. But at the same time, I kind of don't want them to just get another hero.
Yeah.
They clearly really need literally anything other than a hero. Yep. Like, just because like it's a very lean book, that's for sure.
It is.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, like when the initial release came out, we've had all of those kits since it first came out, except for the Thrallmaster, which is the only thing that's new. Or sorry, and Soul Rain or whatever the warband is, but no one gives a crap. Like,
yeah. They clearly needed a couple more kits for sure.
I would like, you know what? It's been a while since we got a new model for. This is gonna sound kind of crazy. The last time we got a new Zeech model was the Magister on disc, unless we're counting the warbands. But like, I'm not, because they don't count. You know what I mean? Once they stop making them, you can't even get them anymore. So they just don't matter. They're good proxies for the most part. But yeah, that's something I would like to see. Iron Jaws obviously needs it, and they're clearly getting something, which is awesome. Fire Slayers needs, like, what I was gonna say too is, like, the last thing they need in the whole world is another hero character. But Fire Slayers, we've been saying that like since like 2 or 3 hero characters ago. Like when the IDK Fire Slayer box came out, they got like a cool looking hero for sure. And then it's like, okay, guys, like this army is mostly foot heroes now. And then there's another new one, and he doesn't even look that great compared to the other ones. I don't know, man. That's true. Beefy Crunch says the Nurgle Harbinger is a redone model. That's absolutely true. I think that model is a Finecast model, Beefy Crunch. Let me know if I'm wrong.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that model was actually a really cool model. We might. You're absolutely right. Like maybe it'll be a mix. I just mean like mostly, you know, like the Skaven one. Like it went from, well, actually the Deathmaster that I had that they replaced with the new amazing looking plastic model was metal, but I think it might have been Finecast. I'm not sure. They'll likely save the redone models for 4th. Seraphon, cities like Take. Yeah. I'd expect most of the campaign books models to be new. That's what I think. I think mostly new, right? The new models for this campaign are the 4 Harbinger heroes in the Regiment of Renown boxes they show in the article about. Do you mean like they're the new, like, I think that these models that they're showing in these Regiments of Renown are the 4 Regiment of Renown boxes and hero characters that are coming with book 1 of Dawnbringers. Because we know we're getting a total of, I think they said more than 11 or more than 12. Yeah, right? Didn't they say like 12, they said more, I think they said more than 11 or something like that. So it was like, okay, it's going to be one more than whatever you said. So we looked at, I think they said like more than 12. So it's going to be like 13 or whatever. But yeah, so, and that would make sense because we know there's 4 books. So if there's, oh no, wait, that would be more. That would be like 16. If there's 4 and 4 in each one of them. Maybe not. Maybe like the last one is like a bigger model. You know? Maybe that takes the place of 2. Okay, the 4 new characters are classified as Harbingers in the article. More than 12. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So I think that we'll see 4. I think we're going to see those 4 with the new book. Because it just makes sense, like, with the way they're advertising stuff, right? Okay, so that's Nurgle, Gits, Flesh Eater Courts, and Fire Slayers. Boom, taken care of, right? So we know we're not going to get any for them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull up. Let's go through. Okay, well, let's yay or nay this, okay? I'm going to go through every army, and you're going to yay or nay me. I'm going to try and keep track of how many we go through, okay? This is kind of
okay.
Fun. Okay. Scout. So, actually, here I'll bring up the GW website for Age of Sigmar, and we'll actually go through this together. I think it's more fun if everyone can kind of see what's going on. Oh man, is this zoomed in? No, it was perfect. Okay. Bada bing, bada ogre. No, wait, that's not an ogre. So, oh dear, you can't. Dang it. It's not going to work because of their design. You can't see unless I zoom way out. Okay. So, Cities of Sigmar, we know we're getting that. We don't really need to talk about that, right?
I don't think they are getting a Dawnbringer. model.
They're not getting a Dawnbringer, but they're getting a bunch of new models, is what I meant. So.
Okay, so then what's the question? Just if they're getting new models soon, or if they're getting a Dawnbringer?
Exactly. So
I don't know why I said two things with one.
they're not. I don't think they're getting a Harbinger, but they're getting new models.
So the question is this army getting new models soon? Let's be like, what's the time frame?
Cities? Yeah, I mean, we've seen the infantry, we've seen the ogre box guy.
No, I know cities of Sigmar are, but I'm saying you're going through each army and asking us what question.
I'm going to say, are they going to get a Harbinger?
Okay.
A new model. A new model for Harbingers.
Right.
For Dawnbringers. Dang it.
Yep.
First one, Daughters of Cain. We're going to just go through it like alphabetically as it's on the website. Oh shoot, I can't see the chat now. What do you guys think? Daughters, yay or nay?
I say nay. I think probably nay.
Nay?
Yeah. Because they got some attention in the whole like Marathi thing, right? The when
that's a great
those
point.
books were coming out,
that's a great point.
Super special attention.
They did. Yep. She was like one of the main characters in Forgotten Realms. I can't remember if it's Forbidden or Forgotten. One of the books is named after her. Okay, Ladivicus says nay. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna wait for the chat to catch up. So far is where the Harbingers show up and kill everyone. 4 + 3 + 3 + 3. Yeah, I mean, I think anything to make it a Skaven number, right? The book series is called Dawnbringers. Yes, absolutely. I just fuddled it up, you know. We're doing this live, okay? There's no editing. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go with nay as well, in case that wasn't obvious. I think you hit the nail on the head, Carson. I didn't think about it from that angle. Yeah, nay. Okay. Yeah, and anyone like you don't feel compelled. I just love people interacting, but don't need to feel compelled to yay or nay it. Okay, so how do I make this? I'm just gonna zoom out maybe. There we go. Okay, so daughters, and then we go down to next is Fire Slayers. Well, we know they're getting one, so
skip that one. So yes.
Question asked, question answered. Okay, boop. I'm gonna do that, and then order, and then I did Deepkin. So I've already said yay for this one.
So have I.
Yeah, but you guys let me know. I'm hoping for an Embaler, but I would also love to see any kind of like cavalry-esque, like any kind of creature, like a unit of like 3 Namarti, like elite Namarti riding giant crabs or lobsters. Like, I'm down for all of these things. Jellyfish. I love the ocean. You know what I mean? This is one of my favorite armies they've ever made. It's definitely my favorite new Age of Sigmar army, because Lizardmen and Skaven and all those armies existed before. Yeah, I love the lore for them. I've read every single book and novella with Aidnit Deepkin.
So my guess is that this is going to be, they're probably going to stick to just one model per army.
Yep.
So my guess is that this is going to be either like a ballista-esque type situation where you have like 3 Namarti like you're talking about, but on one base. Ooh. Instead of just
on a crab with like some kind of like howdah on it. That'd be so sick.
I don't know if they're going to do like them riding something though, because you already have Acalian Alopex, you have the eels, you have the giant turtle, the Eidolon, or no, sorry, the Leviathan, and then you have the Acalian King as well. Like, there's actually quite a bit of stuff on mounts.
There is, but the army is like really fun in that way when you're, I mean, it's fun both ways, and there are a lot of foot heroes. But my counter argument is this model right here, Doonclaw, who basically came in second for best model of the entire year. Do you remember that?
Tiny crab,
yeah. I think his name is Doonclaw or something like that. But like, oh man, I mean, who doesn't like crabs though? I mean the animal, not But I've said too much. So.
Both can be good.
Yeah, both can be good. That's not true. Beefy Crunch says yay. Ladivicus says yay. Yeah. Yay! I agree. It should be a mystical octopus. Yes. Cool. Give me a kraken. That's what I want. That's my favorite. I mean, I look at the corner of the screen. Clearly like kraken way too much. And octopus is my favorite animal. Okay. Caradron Overlords. What do we think? I'm going to save my thing because I already have an opinion, but I don't want to muck it up.
I don't know why I feel like probably not.
Fair.
Is my guess.
Yep.
I don't have any very good reasoning for it. Maybe because it's like a relatively recent book, but
yep.
Other than that, I don't have much.
That's fair. KO, nah. KO should, but won't. Interesting. So, I was thinking they've gotten so many recent characters. They got the character that came out with the Dreki Flint. He came out with a novel. Oh, wait. Or was it... I can't remember. Which guy came out with the box at... I think that was Codewright came out with the box. Anyway, they've gotten a bunch of little characters. If they do something for it, I'm going to say nay. In fact, this is what I think, right? I'm going to say nay. But if they do it, that it should be something other than a foot hero. Like, just give us something. Anything. Don't care. Like, maybe a small character riding one of those, like, mini blimps. You know, I don't know. Just not a foot hero.
Yeah.
We'll get a big monster. I would love that. Oh, I see. Last time in Broken Realms, we got Croak, Be'lakor, Kragnos, Witch Hunters, Half, Lumineth. What size models are we getting this time? Hero size? Yeah, I mean, it clearly is going to be a mixture. So it would be awesome if we did get... Yeah, if we got something like that, Beefy Crunch. I totally agree. Like, and I think we will. Like you said, we got... Croak and Be'lakor and Kragnos in the like Forbidden Realms last time, so you know, theoretically there should be some nice big reveals for this as well. I could see it being a Skaven model. Now, actually, here I'll save that for when we go forward. I don't think it will be, but I could definitely see it. Okay, so KO is a nay. The majority rules, so nay. We're going to go with nay. Then, okay. And let the memes start. Next one is Lumineth Realm Lords. The all-consuming, ever-present faction.
I actually don't think that there will be a Lumineth model.
Okay, I'm going to wait for the chat to give their thing here. I want to see some armies get a unit, no heroes. Totally agree, Beefy Crunch. Couldn't agree more. And they could also do, like, it seems like they're doing that, like, the both options for the big pig for IJ, for Ironjaws. Bahamut. Gnawholes and Broken Realms since the Bombardier was out before them. Gnawholes and Broken Realms. So the Bombardier and the Gnawholes came out at the same time, Bahamut. It came out with the Skaven very first book in AOS 2 in 2019. They came out together. Yeah, they came out together. They came out with the box set, the FEC. The Bombardier was first in that FEC box set with the with the FEC guy. LRL, no, because I think Tyrion will have his side of LRL released in Starter Box of 4th. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. So I really do. I'm not saying that. Okay, Carson's laughing at me, but like that would be such an amazing callback to Island of Blood. I know I've said some of this before, but we've gotten so much Stormcast, and I think and I hope that they kind of realize that they've maybe gone a little too far. They've got too many units already. But we heard a rumor, Carson and I heard a rumor that it's going to be Stormcast versus Skaven for the AOS 4th edition. And I instantly believed it because it sounds exactly what GW would do. But I hope that that's not correct. I hope it's that they come out with LRL and Tyrion. I don't think Tyrion will be in the box set, just to be clear, though. He would come separate, like the lion, right? Okay. Or I'll nay, but a mini me techless would annoy Keith, so I'm conflicted. Do you guys know each other? That's godlike. Shadow Realm. Shadow Elves versus Tyrion. Temple Water in book. Oh, in a box. You know what? I'd be down for that. The only thing that would make me... I don't think they're going to do that because I think they're definitely going to have like Chaos versus Order. You know? Because AOS 1 was Khorne versus Stormcast. AOS 2 was Death, Nighthaunt versus Stormcast. And AOS 3 was Cruel Boys versus Stormcast. So it's been Order versus Chaos, Death, Destruction. I think we're going to go back to Chaos. All the 4 Pantheon gods are totally covered. They got lots of release stuff. The oldest stuff is... I don't know if it's Zeech or Khorne, one of the two, but those armies are both fantastic. Lots of models. I do think it will be Skaven. God, it would be amazing if Old World would have perfect excuse for dropping Island of Blood again. Yeah, I mean, like, they did that in AOS 2, I think, and they called it Spire of Dawn, I want to say. But they basically just reprinted some of that stuff. Oh, his army, not himself. Got it. Yeah, I could see that. Back from hanging out, Washington. Yes, Techless would be fine if they posed him better and he actually rolled dice to cast spells. Yes, all of that is true. Okay, we've done Lumineth. Now, I think we can skip over Seraphon. I can't imagine them getting a new model, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No. You know, if anyone has a different opinion, drop it in the chat. I'll be happy to read it. Okay, this is going to go up, but it didn't. Stormcast Eternals. Why isn't this refreshing?
This is my pessimistic
guess. Okay.
My pessimistic guess is that they're going to both get a Dawnbringer model and be in the 4th edition starter box. That's my guess.
Wait. Oh, LRL and Stormcast?
No, just Stormcast.
Okay.
Sorry, I mean they're going to have both a Dawnbringer model and like be half of the starter box.
Yeah.
That's my pessimistic answer.
Now, it's interesting that you say that. Nahol's Endless Spell and Bombardier, early 2019. It was right around my birthday because I am blessed by the Horn Rat. So when you say pessimistic, why did you choose those words? I'm super curious. Like, and if it's getting into some kind of territory that you don't want to, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Nope.
Okay.
Because truly what I want is like Ulgu Elves or Lumineth or something to be fighting Skaven in the 4th edition box.
Yeah.
And if that were the case, I'd be totally fine with Stormcast like getting a Dawnbringer model. I think that would make sense.
Yep.
But I think that they're still going to try and shoehorn in a little bit, like the Sigmarines are they got to be in every box kind of thing. Like that's why I'm pessimistic about it, because I think that it would sell incredibly well if they didn't do that. Because we saw how what's it called? Dominion did.
I so agree. Yeah,
it did terribly. Like surely they must have learned something from that.
That's
to be like maybe we gotta shake it up a little bit. Like because clearly fantasy boxes in the past that didn't feature humans, they did perfectly well.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely. Yep. I couldn't agree more. And you can still find Dominion boxes out in the wild for next to nothing. They're just, you can't even give them away. Compare that with Leviathan, which sold out like instantly. And you would think that it would be like, okay, we need to rethink this. Like that's exactly what you just said is exactly what I've been saying and exactly how they should think. But the pessimistic side of me says that people, and I've seen this iterated over and over again, that people don't work to get promoted. People work to not get fired. So if the person who like comes forth with it, like they know that Stormcast will sell a certain amount, even as bad as Dominion sold, right? They know it's going to sell okay, and they might get some of the other sort of pseudo false data because they sold dragons, and they're just like, okay, dragons sell well, right? But being that I think that a lot of people, you know, they work in a way to not lose their jobs instead of to get promoted and to really make a name for themselves. That's what has me worried more than anything. Like the best decision for them as a company is 100% to have Ulgu Elves versus Skaven in Ulgu, Sentinel Ulgu or whatever, and it's Clan Eshin versus whatever, you know what I mean? Like something really creative and cool that would sell like gangbusters. I absolutely guarantee it. Like I know people that have been waiting since AOS 1 for Ulgu Shadow Elves, or Tyrion to come back, like all these things. Those things would go absolutely, like you would not be able to find a copy of that. I guarantee it. But I don't know if people are willing to put their chips down on it at GW. It seems like they take, I don't want to say the cowardly way out, but like when was the last time we saw anything other than Space Marines in a starter box? I don't know if we've ever seen that.
Yeah, exactly.
But Space Marines are a totally different animal. You know what I mean? Like every single box set, like this is the first box set where I've ever seen it where people seem to be asking more about the Tyranid side than the Space Marine side. And yet, like, let's not kid ourselves. The Space Marine side is still going to be more popular probably somehow, you know? Even though everyone, like, I don't know if you saw the thing that, anyway, I guess we're getting a little sidetracked here, but yeah, I totally agree. I really hope they see that the writing on the wall. I think they're going to kill their game slowly if it's always Space or Stormcast. But whatever, like, the funny thing is like, I'm fine with that because I don't really care. I'm never going to buy, like, I'm not never going to buy Lumineth, but I'm not interested in Lumineth. Right? Tyrion is awesome. And like, he might be able to draw me in, maybe, but I don't think so. Right? Shadow Elves, if they're like part dragon demon thing, that's pretty interesting. But I'm just going to be splitting the Skaven side. Like that's all I want from that box. Right? So if it's Stormcast, I know like a dozen people who play Stormcast. I'm set. I can easily buy 4 halves of Skaven and I'll be fine. You know what I mean? So like that either way I'm fine, but I just don't think it's as good for the game if it's always Stormcast. But I saw an interesting way of using the Dominion box as a Warcry starter. Yeah, absolutely. Like that we've seen anyway. I won't as in they'll get a model alongside one that I see is yeah, it's like Broken Realms. That's what I was thinking of. I keep calling it Forbidden Realms, Broken Realms. Yes, yeah. I mean, Tyrion is so badass, and he's the more... Correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but I feel like Tyrion's the more beloved of the two brothers from the old world. Like, I liked Teclis back in the day. He royally messed up the end times, but like, generally I really liked him. But I think Tyrion was always the more popular. Okay. Away we go. So the last one, the only thing left is Sylvaneth. What do we think? Sylvaneth, yay or nay, everyone? If they did Malarian versus Chaos Dwarves for 4th, oh, that would sell like fire. Absolutely. I do think Skaven would sell more, though, because they are the most popular faction in all of Total War. And they get a lot of people into the hobby. But I could be wrong.
As for Sylvaneth, I think this is going to be my only maybe. And I only have one maybe that I'm gonna...
Are you sure this is your only maybe? Okay, we'll give you one. We'll give each person one maybe. Okay, each person one maybe.
Sylvaneth is mine because I have a feeling they're probably going to be forgotten, but they might get something.
Okay,
I don't see any reason why they would or wouldn't, kind of thing.
Okay.
They probably should, but
I'm gonna wait for the chat. If they curveball the unknown last book in the to be Chaos Dwarves, ooh, that would be so cool. Okay, so Ledivicus says nay. Anyone else want to weigh in? And by the way, I would love to see comments for the people watching back later. Give us your yays and nays. Like, give us a column. That'd be awesome. I would love to read that. See what, you know, we give our goofy Skyrim sort of style thoughts. But I would love to see people's opinions in the comment section. I say no, because Cities of Life will really help Sylvaneth allies. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. Yeah. What's it called? Ghyran? The city of Ghyran? Totally. Yeah. Hammerhall, I think, is in Ghyran. I like that take. Okay. I've given enough time. I am going to say nay. This is not I'm not using up my only maybe like Carson. Okay. So I'm going to say nay. Because actually I didn't do cities first. I'm going to say nay because I'm cynical at this point of GW doing the smart thing or the right thing, and I think they are going to be part of the starter set. So I'm going to say nay for them, but I hope yay. I'm hoping for yay. So Sylvaneth, I'm going to say nay because when we got the Echoes of Doom box set, they got this little lovely, amazing looking model. I forget her name.
Spy Revenant?
No. The Lady of Vines. That's what it was.
Oh, right.
And then we also got another new kit, or two new other kits, where we got the Gossamed Archer duders who, like, you know, and then we also got the Flying Bug dual kit, which is like the eel kit. So that's enough new kits and things that I don't think they will, but I'd be happy to. I love Sylvaneth. Sylvaneth, why does a foot vampire with a fancy hat have a warlord rule, but that Armies of War Goddess doesn't? Like, what? Yeah, I think you're talking about, so Alariel doesn't have the warlord rule. Yeah, I'm not fully following. You have to be more specific, but I don't disagree. I can see the Lady of Vines getting a new war scroll in these books. Yeah, I can see that. She's got a pretty good war scroll. Like her war scroll spell is really dope. But okay, on to, so that's all of order, right? So far, Carson, you know, he left a maybe for that one. So if we count Sylvaneth as a nay, because we had more nays than yays, so that's 1. Cities, 0. Daughters, we said nay, right?
Nay.
Nay, okay.
I think the ones we said yay to were
Deepkin.
Yeah, Deepkin.
And
Stormcast.
Stormcast, okay. Yeah, I think.
Is that it? Oh no, and Fire Slayers we know are getting one.
Right. So
it's 3.
So 3 out of that total, including. Okay, so we'll say 3 from there. 3 from order. That's not many. That's really not much. Okay. Now this thing has decided to have another stroke, so I'm just going to refresh. Come on, take your time. Okay. Chaos. The armies of chaos. Okay. Beasts of chaos.
Mine is an immediate no.
Your immediate no?
They're not going to get any love.
I'm sorry, everyone. I was trying to wait, but it was absolutely immediate no. Okay. Now, I used to think Fire Slayers were the least popular faction, but I think it's actually Beasts of Chaos. And I really like them. I'm not saying that with any kind of malice whatsoever. I think they should. I think they deserve one more than most armies in this game. But Chaos, all yes, because people like to like them and be a cool kid. I mean, if they add, honestly, like, it's always a good idea to add a new demon. Beasts of Chaos, yes. Shaggoth. Oh, that's such a great call. Beasts of Chaos, yay. Right. Oh, Shaggoth is such a good call. Oh, can I change it? What are the rules to this that we just made up on the spot? I don't remember.
Sure. Go for it.
Can I change it? Let me think.
I'm still sticking with my no.
You're
just
sticking
because
with your nay? Okay.
They had their chance to redo some things. I
you
think
had your chance. You had your chance.
and they definitely did not follow through.
Like, you know what though?
Nor did they have to, right?
Yeah.
But I think that I don't think they're gonna get any attention.
Beefy Crunch won me over with Yay with Shaggoth. I think that's a great call. No, but it's what do I think will happen, right? Oh man. To be honest, I don't think we're gonna get one.
The Shaggoth model is still like kind of cool though. Like
it's but it's ancient. It's just one of those sculpts like Lord Skrulk that somehow managed to stand the 30-year test of time. I mean, it's not that old, but Lord Skrulk is. I think he's 31 now. Doom Bull. Oh my gosh, there's Doom Bull. You know what? I am gonna officially switch it to Yay. Doom Bull or Shaggoth is like pretty low hanging fruit, and we know they're not gonna kill the army, right? And then furthermore, we saw like something else I was going to talk about later on was we saw like the Seraphon book was one of the last books of AOS 2. It wasn't the last one. The last one was Vampires, but it wasn't actually, no, that's not true. But like, I don't know. Not that long after Seraphon, it felt like we got a new Croak model. Mr. Skyrim. So I'm going to say yay, because Doom Bull or Shaggoth are both excellent calls. They changed me over, okay? Stamp. Yay. Okay. So next is Blades of Corn.
I guess this is a spoiler for future ones, but I think that each respective Chaos God, except the Horned Rat, is going to get one.
Ooh.
We know that Nurgle has one already. And I think that there's going to be one for Khorne, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch as well.
Right. So we don't even need to do Nurgle. We know that there's one in there for sure. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. And this is where we get the extra. Maybe this is one of the. Oh, wait, that doesn't work out because it'd be 3/3. Okay. So we're saying 3 for order. 3 for order. And if we're going to do another... So 4 and then 3... Oh, man. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to say nay for Khorne. I don't think we're going to get one for Khorne because they've got so many freaking models. And we just got a release for them as well. Like they've gotten more love. Khorne and Slaanesh have gotten more new models and love than any other faction. So I think it's going to be Nurgle. Actually, okay, so we know we're getting Nurgle. I'm going to stick with Beasts. What do you guys say? We either get their full release or slowly phased out. Maybe. I mean, they've been saying that about Skaven too, though. Lacking full ranges, but all in the old world. They will get old world releases for models, then switch the picks. Oh, okay. The new books come out. Ogre, Skaven. That's kind of what I've been saying for a while, since before Vampires came out. I was predicting that Vampires would get a re-release of a lot of the old world models that coincide and some new models, because it works so well with their plan for the old world. Blades will get Valkia. Oh my god, Valkia would be so sick. Most of their models are from 1.0. That's true, but we got some new ones after that. We got like that Slaanesh. Do you remember the Slaanesh Khorne box, Beefy? And then they just got a new release, and they just got this awesome Realm Gore Ritualist. They've got so many models, and they're not even like. And there's a lot of foot heroes, but there's a lot of not foot heroes as well. I'm gonna say nay. I'm gonna stick with my nay. Ladivicus says nay. Carson says yay. We need either someone to make a tie or to definitively say, okay, we'll move on to the next one while you guys are. We need one more person to weigh in here. Okay. now we've got the new priest guy and then the Hedonite shield guy. Yep, that's right. That's a good. Yep, that was with it. They came out together, I think, or at the same time, not in the same box. Chaos, Disciples of Titsnitch. I love this army. I'm gonna say yay. I guess you're a yay. Yeah, I'm gonna say yay because the last time we got a new model for them was the Magister on disc. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Flux Master because that model is fugly, fine cast, and not that well designed to begin with, to be honest. Yay, Fate Master and Blue Scribes. Blue Scribes would be cool. I can see the Blue Scribes. I'm hoping for something that's like, I don't know, but that's right. Flux Master is also, that's a good point. Flux Master is also he's an old model, but he's also a named character. Curseling is the newest model for Zeech. It's the Magister on disc. It came out with that Kale box, Keith, in AOS 2 when they got the dual release. Unless there's a newer one that I can't think of, but no, the Curseling. We got a revamp of the Curseling when I think when the 3.0 book came out, actually. But there's not been much. Wait. Oh, you said Curseling. I'm so sorry. When you said Curseling, I was thinking of what's his name? The Changeling. Because it has Ing in the title. I just bought the Curseling. That's what's crazy. I know the Curseling. He's in Total War, and yet I still immediately went to the Changeling. My apologies, Keith. You're absolutely right. It is the Curseling. And he's an awesome model. He's super cool. Yes. No, you're absolutely right. My apologies. Okay, so it looks like everyone says yay for Zeech, so I think we can move on. Yay for Zeech. Love my Zeech. Love my titsnitches. Okay, Slaanesh. Speaking of, never mind. We got Captain Codpiece. We got. I don't think we're gonna get Slaanesh because Sinessa here came out during. What was it called again? Take it. Horrible said it earlier. What did you call it again? Broken Realms. Slaanesh Nay from Beefy. Carson, you're going to stick with your yay?
Gonna stick with my yay.
Okay.
Man of my word.
I can't read that out. Oh dear. I'm going to stick with nay. You be careful there. Okay. I'm going to stick with nay. They were in for Broken Realms. Oh, Ludivicus says yay. So we got 2-2. Any tiebreakers? Give us some tiebreakers. Tiebreakers in the comment section, please. Someone. We need to add it at the end. Okay. So we need an official ruling on this. Okay. I'm going to move on. I'm hoping someone will give it to me. If they don't give it to me in the comment section later on. Maggot Kim we know we're getting, so we can skip right on. And then there is the one true Chaos army. The best army in the game. The most closely related human army in the Skaven. Okay? Came out with a model. I'm not sure what you mean, Bahamut. Each book came out with a model. Yep, for sure. You mean, yeah, when they got new models. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to say nay. With all my heart, nay. Because I truly believe, I've said this so many times, that we're going to get a Skaven revamp. I've said this so many times. And I've said it just like that with the same amount of conviction, if not more. But if they're not in the starter box, then oh my god, it's just it's pandemonium.
Skaven stocks they're through the floor.
They are through the floor. Yeah. Skaven yay, because I don't want to see what Rob does if they don't give him a morsel to tide him over. I actually hope that we don't get one because I want to see a full revamp. Having said that, We did get a Night Haunt Harbinger before we got the Night Haunt thing, right? But we didn't get an Orc one before we got KB, right? So, yo, Sean, what's up, man? We're talking about who's getting a Harbinger. We're going through all of them. And
Dawnbringer.
Really like the current Skaven range. I obviously don't dislike it, but they are literally the oldest models in all of Age of Sigmar, some of them. I don't think Clan Reds need anything, but I do think Storm Vermin do, Plague Monks, and everything Eshin except for the brand new stuff like Vermin Lords and the Assassin. Anyway, I won't go into all that, but I think this army needs it more than any other army in the game, for sure. And I know I'm biased, but we get new models before books all the time. Anniversary models. That's true. That's true. Okay, so what do we have? We got Skaven, yay. The Acolytes are awesome, but those are literally 30 years old. Right? Sales of the Sylvaneth versus Skaven box would have been great with all those people wanting cheaper Sylvaneth. So the decision makers may misunderstand and approve Skaven as being popular for revamp. They are, but I mean, they're the most popular faction in Total War. And I think GW knows that. You loathe metal models, then don't play Skaven, because there's my army. I won't go into that, but weapons teams, yeah, the whole Scry range, yeah, basically the whole Scry range, except for Storm Fiends and Warp Lightning Cannons, and yeah, basically everything. You say no because you see these books breaking down the Chaos Civil War. That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, I really truly think we're going to get a revamp in the, and maybe I'll do a future video. Yeah, the Bombardier is new, but the Engineer is old, super old, and so is the Arch Warlock. Anyway, before I get, maybe I'll go through it sometimes, like why Skaven needs a revamp. I'll just go through every model that they sell and look up what year it was made. That would actually be kind of a fun video. Anyway, I'm going to say nay because that's what I actually don't want it to be, because I want them to be in the revamp. I want them to be in the starter set, and I believe that that's the best course. The Plastic Engineer. Oh yeah, that's true. Yep, I've got that guy. He is in there, but the Bombardier is newer. Okay, Skaven, and then Slaves to Darkness. I gotta refresh this thing. Yeah, I can't imagine. They just got so much, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone say yay? If anyone says yay, speak now or forever hold your peace. Unless you're in the comment section, and then say all you like. Scry range is metal. Yeah. Slaves, yes. Oh, that would be sick. Oh, slaves, yes. Really? A unit. Okay. What kind of unit, Beefy Crunch? We're both saying nay because they just got like so many different units when they got their revamp. Not that, like, you know what though? It could happen because Slanesh got a huge 2.0 revamp, Carson, and then not that long after they got Sinessa or whatever in Broken Realms. So there is precedent for it. It absolutely could happen. But I feel like that would be a mistake, but you know, we'll see. Nay. STD nay. Okay. So that's chaos. So then we got death. Now we'll need to go move a little faster here. For Mistel Calcin, where is, I can't find it. Why isn't it? Oh, here we go. Flesh Eater Courts. Numero uno, Flesh Eater Courts. We already know we're getting one. I don't know why I'm pausing this long. I apologize.
Flesh Eater Courts, yes. I think Night Haunt is probably also going to get one, but Ossiarch and Soulblight probably not.
Yep, I can see that. FEC, yay. Yeah, we know we're getting one for them. Night Haunt, what do you guys think? I'm gonna say my heart tells me nay. I hope I'm wrong though. I would like to see it. I think it'd be a cool, you know. I want to see a unit though, but I don't think we're gonna see that. I think it's mostly characters, right? Okay. Yes, replacement for monster that is now. Oh, that would be so cool. But I don't know if that would like be a harbinger kind of thing, right? Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The I forget what he's called. My son has one. Um, what's he called? No, no, not doing it for you guys. Can someone please name it? I can't look it up right now. Bone Reapers. I'm gonna say nay. Carson?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Just because
Morngul.
It's another one of those armies that suffers from like lots of like one-off foot heroes.
Yep.
So probably not. And then upcoming as well, Soulblight Gravelords, like almost definitely not because because of the same reason, except much worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Night Hunt, yay. Soulblight, yay. OBR, yay. Because he seems to like death. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Oh, he said Soulblight, nay. That's what he said.
Oh, whoops. I misread.
How dare you?
I skipped right over it. We could be getting the OBR archers. It's true, but I don't think those units like go in with like the idea of having a harbinger. I think we're mostly going to get heroes. I would love to be wrong though, because a lot of armies don't need a new hero like Fire Slayers that we know we're already getting. Like we're getting that 100%. We're getting it. The question is whether we get more. I guess OBR maybe shooter 5-man elite. I mean that would be cool, but I just don't think it fits the whole narrative of harbingers. Hope I'm wrong, guys. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna either be a character or like a one-off monster of some kind.
Yeah.
Or like a
totally
like one thing, essentially.
A model, essentially, right? The criteria. Well, they're called harbingers. I mean, I guess
Harbingers is just the name of the first book, as someone said before. Like it's not like each of these models isn't called like a harbinger. It's just.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's just what models we think are going to be associated with.
Oh, okay.
Each random book.
Under that criteria, I would love to see it. I still think they're mostly going to, unfortunately, be single models. But again, I hope I'm wrong. I just think now that the chances of me being wrong are slightly higher. But they have one in their Underworld's Warband. What do they have? One? Oh, yeah. I see. Wait.
Yeah. So the reason why the reason why I think there's going to be either a hero or like a one-off unit is because thinking about them like going through each army and like adding one thing, it seems kind of odd for them to add like a new core battle line, for instance. Like I don't think that's going to happen. I would imagine it'd be like an elite unit or a hero, so that's something that's like, oh, you have the special war scroll, you can use this special thing. Whereas if it's like a battle line unit, then that's like something that the player should know about and shouldn't be outside of their core book, in my opinion. So just from like a design perspective, I don't think they would do that. But then again, the giant pig that we saw, it can be either a hero or
a monster. Yep.
Or a monster, yeah.
But it still qualifies under that single model criteria that we've arbitrarily decided upon. But I like it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So horrible. This is all speculation. We're
just having fun. Yeah, in case anyone couldn't tell. This is silly fun. But it's fun. It's fun nonetheless. Did you do your Soulblight, yay or nay?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so either. I wouldn't mind being wrong. If they do something, I hope it's something other than a foot hero, you know. Okay. Wait, we didn't say, so for Chaos, how many did we do official yays for? I think Beast of Chaos became a yay because of the chat.
Yeah, and then Zeech. And then...
And Nurgle was a given.
Nurgle's a given, yeah. I think that was it, wasn't it?
I think so, but maybe Skaven. I might have been outnumbered for Skaven.
I said no for Skaven as well.
Okay, well then the official stance of this channel... Overruled. No, I mean, yeah. Okay.
So it's looking at like 3 and 3 so far. 3 order and 3 death.
Okay. And then 3 chaos.
3 of each. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 9 total.
Yeah. 9.
And that actually works out, I think.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure every destruction faction is getting a new thing.
Right. That's interesting. Gloomspite, we know. Oh, sorry, guys. Gloomspite, we know. I won't click on that. Ogres. I'm gonna say super yay. I would be flabbergasted if we didn't get it. and I don't necessarily hope, but I'm hoping what like a cool idea I had was like a hero character on a Mournfang or Mournfang like creature, kind of like the Scarvet on Agradon. He's like on a little bit bigger base. You know what I mean? Or even if it was just something like similar, like some kind of like polar bear yeti creature. Like that would be pretty dope, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Or if they redid Icefall Yetis or something.
That would be arguably even cooler, actually. Yeah, if they made them like a good-looking kit.
So Beefy Crunch, the reason why we think ogres yay is because we saw a rumor engine not too long ago that was like very clearly, like unmistakably something else, or unmistakably it's not something else. Basically, like it can't be mistaken for something else.
Unmistakably ogre-looking hammer.
Exactly. Yeah. And since they wouldn't just release like a random ogre kit at any random time, it's probably going to be associated with this.
Orcs yay. So Ladivika says everything yay. Ogres no. Ogres yay. Noblar
ogres
wizard.
Have like two. They have like two Underworlds warbands already, right? There's like the Black Powders Buccaneers, and then the
and gets
Hrothgorn.
Yeah, there's a few armies with at least or with two. Like Skaven have two. Gits have at least two. Right. I see them getting them some redone stuff in Warcry. Check that roadmap. That would be cool. Like something that we could use, as proxies that they can just print out later and just be like, yeah, this was always intended to be Yetis as well. That would be cool. Agree with Carson. Too many of the rumor engine points to destruction getting a clean sweep. Yeah, no, totally agree. We know 2 Warcry destruction boxes coming this year. That's true. But it doesn't mean we're not also getting something over here. I think GW remains constantly surprised by how popular ogres are. Like, I don't know if that sounds bad or not, but like, you know what I mean? Like when I first looked at them, I really liked the stone horns, and that's pretty much all I was ever gravitating toward. But I wonder if it seems like GW almost treated them like just like here's just the this side of things, and then it's one of the more at least locally it's a very popular army, and I know our local province has a very destruction focused meta to it somehow, bent. Yeah, I think ogres are definitely ogres. Like ogres are my how should I say this? Ogres are the most likely thing to get a new model for this release, other than the things that we know about already. Does that make sense? So like we know Fire Slayers, Gits, etc. are getting new models. Other than that, ogres are the army that I think are the most likely to get one. I would be absolutely shocked if they didn't. Especially given the rumor engine ones. I think no on Dawnbringers, but you are right, Carson, about the rumor engine. I think a decent size box in Warcry than the old world release for a full range. I mean, that all sounds really cool to me, The rumor engine we looked at today seems to disagree. Will be because they are. I'm curious, Bahamut. Did you see that rumor engine today? Like that seems like like a mini Gargant seems like the most likely scenario for that. Okay, anyway, moving on from ogres. Orc war clans we know about. Well, we don't know, I guess. So there's 5 I guess we sort of know about. Did they say officially that one is? I'm not sure. But then Sons of Behemoth are... Oh, I've got to refresh again for some reason. It's not updating. Ogres. Boop. Destructione. Sons of Behemoth. The rumor engine... I think no on Dawnbringers, but... okay. What would be your guess on 1 unit in Dawnbringers? And then Carson typed, my guess would be either another melee foot hero or some sort of elite one-off ogre. Yeah.
To be honest, my money is on just a melee foot hero, because there's actually only one, which is the Tyrant.
Yep.
Only one melee foot hero in ogres. So
other than well, there's those slaughter masters and stuff.
no, I mean okay, fair enough. Sorry, it's a wizard, I guess. But
Yeah.
I mean like combat focused melee.
Combat focused. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, and there's the hunter, but I guess he's shooting focused.
Oh, he's shooting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a Icebrow hunter. There's a Blood Pelt hunter.
I've never seen him ever played on the table. I don't even know what his rules are.
Maybe new man eaters. Yeah, that could be a thing.
I'm actually going to say that there's some kind of. Well, yeah, you make a great point, but I'm still gonna say new mounted hero just because I want it to be true on some kind of animal, with some kind of like hammer over his shoulder, and he's just this monster slaughtering machine. Boom. Print it. I mean, seriously though, that would be awesome, right? Like
that would be awesome. Yeah.
That would be so freaking sick.
A Mournfang hero would be like I would be elated if that was the case.
Right.
That would be amazing.
And then if they redo like Mournfang just a scooch to make them just a little bit more, because like I don't know why, but like Mournfang, I think Mournfang are probably the best they've ever been since AOS 1, but they've never been the pick. It's always been mammoths or.
Yeah, they've always been okay.
Yeah. But they're okay now. We should do a battle report with more Mournfang.
I only have 4 painted, unfortunately, so.
You suck. Yeah, that's my problem with it sucks to suck, Carson, as you like to say. That's why I need to get more sharks painted, because I want to run like a Fuethin, or I forget how I was told to pronounce that, but
Fuethin or whatever.
Fuethin, yeah. I think it sounds so bad. Yeah. Anyway, the second book on the timeline has an orc skull. Pretty sure that big pig. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying, Keith. Yeah. Suns, no. Ogres, no. So 50-50 for destruction is your votes. That's really interesting. I'm going to say yay for all of them. So that does give us 13 exactly. If we're... Why is this... Okay. We're okay. Okay, good. That would give us to the exact right numbers if it turns out that way. How fun would it be if we, like, with the chat, predict with 100% veracity? That would be so much fun. Did you ever get around to the Zeech regiment with Skaven? I am working on it, Bahamut. I started working on my my Zeech in general, actually. It's not really ready to be shown yet, but yeah, no, I'm gonna do it for sure. I want to, I've got the pinks painted, and I just need to do. Oh, actually, I didn't put together the Magister. Anyway, I am still gonna try and do that. I think. Do we think every release will be a Regiment of Renown? Ooh,
that's tough because I kind of think so, but at the same time, that's insane because that's a lot.
Wait a minute. I mean, one of the biggest locks was Zeech. The one thing we all seem to agree on, in army-wise, was Zeech, and they already have a Regiment of Renown.
That's true. Yep.
I hope not. I really hope not.
I actually hope not too, because like it would suck for.
Because like
if all of them are locked behind like a whole box, that would be unfortunate.
Exactly. Like it's gonna I love Gits. They're one of my favorite armies to play right now. I enjoy the hell out of them. But I don't think I'm gonna buy that box because I've already got everything in there. So yeah, I hope not. And Beefy Crunch says I hope not as well. Especially since we had 4 previous Regiment of Renown boxes. Yeah, so we had Cruel Boys, we had Zeech. What did we have? I don't remember. We had one of each faction, so there was a Chaos. Oh no, the Zeech is Chaos. What was it again? Cruel Boys was Destruction. And then Death was... Do we have a Death one? Soulblight? No.
Not sure.
Dang it. They will release solo within 8 weeks later. That would be cool. Oh, the Soulblight cart. Right. Okay. I had the models already, so it just went out of my head. And then Order? Does anyone remember Order? Couldn't have been. Oh, was it? Nope, it wasn't Fire Slayers. Zeech, Slaves to Darkness, Cruel Boys, Sylvaneth, Soulblight. Okay. I didn't remember that. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Sylvaneth. I did not remember that. And I still don't, apparently. Take a Goblin Foot Hero. Get a spare Stonehorn. Face from your friend's Ogre's Bits. Ta-da, you now have a Harbinger.
You assume I have a spare Stonehorn?
Yeah.
Why would I not?
This man magnetizes his Stonehorn, so...
And if I was picking between the two, I'm definitely keeping the Stonehorn.
That's true.
Easy choice.
Stonehorns are my favorite model, but I really like the Mammoths as well. I think they're super cool.
They're both really cool. Yeah.
Plain Dwarves. Right. It was.
I gotta head out.
Right on. Yeah. No, that's a good time for me too. Thanks to everyone for so that was 4, 3, 3, and 3. So that did line up perfectly, as you said. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. Thanks to my esteemed co-host, as always, Carson. It's lovely to have you. Reporting for duty, sir. Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys again soon. There's a battle report coming soon. And yeah. Thanks to everyone for watching. See you guys. Bye-bye.